It all started with a bookshop. Not just any shop, her shop. Linda's husband used to call it their second home. Rows of dusty shelves, the faint smell of old paper, and the bell above the door that chimed like laughter from another life. But after he passed away, the laughter stopped. For 30 years, Linda kept that bookstore running, one customer at a time, one quiet day after another. It was her rhythm, her peace. Then her son Matthew came back home one day. Different. Polished suit, cold eyes, the kind of man who measured worth in dollar signs. "Mom, it's time," he said. "Sell the shop. You're wasting your life here. I need the money to start my company." She blinked at him. Her only child. The boy who used to fall asleep on those very shelves with a storybook in hand. "Sell the shop," she whispered. "Matthew, this is my life." His jaw tightened. "So you're choosing it over me?" She didn't answer. And maybe that silence said too much. He stormed out. No calls. No visits. Not even on her birthday. 2 years. 2 long years of silence. Until one rainy afternoon, the bell above the door rang again. Linda looked up, expecting a customer. But it wasn't. It was a girl. Thin. Soaked to the bone. No older than 16. "Can I work here?" she asked softly. "Just anything. I'll mop floors. I just need a place." Her voice trembled like she'd rehearsed it 100 times and still didn't believe the words. Linda felt her chest tighten. "Do you have a name, dear?" The girl hesitated. "Emily." And when Linda really looked at her, something inside her twisted. The shape of her eyes. The curl of her smile. The way she brushed her hair behind her ear. It was so familiar. "Where are your parents, Emily?" The girl looked away. "My mom's name was Sarah." Linda froze. Sarah. The name Matthew never spoke again. The name of the girl he dated 16 years ago. Her heart pounded. Sarah. What was her last name? Blake. Linda felt her knees weaken. The world tilted for a moment. Because that was her son's ex. The one who disappeared when he was in college. The one her son said moved away. But if Emily was 16, and Matthew dated Sarah 16 years ago, Linda whispered, "Oh my God." She stared at the girl, this trembling stranger, and saw her son's eyes staring back. Her voice cracked. "Emily, who told you to come here?" "No one," the girl said. "My mom used to talk about this place. Said it was safe." Linda's heart shattered right there. She gave her tea, a warm blanket, a chair behind the counter. But her mind wouldn't stop spinning. Why hadn't Matthew told her? Why hadn't he said a word? That night, Linda couldn't sleep. She pulled out an old photo album, her son in college, arm around a smiling girl, Sarah Blake, and taped behind that photo, a folded letter she'd never seen, in her son's handwriting. It read, "Mom, if you ever find this, I did what I had to do. She was pregnant, but I can't take care of them. Please don't ask questions." Her hands trembled as tears hit the page. The next morning, she went to the shop early. Emily was already there, sweeping, humming to herself. So young, so gentle, and completely alone. "Emily," Linda said carefully, "where's your mom now?" The girl's broom stopped. Her voice cracked. "She died last month." Linda's world fell silent. Emily looked up, tears welling. "She always said my dad didn't want us. That he sent money once but then stopped." Linda's heart broke all over again. Because she knew who that father was. That evening she called Matthew. For the first time in years. He answered, annoyed. "What do you want, Mom?" Her voice shook. "I want to talk about Sarah." A pause. Then his tone changed. "Tread carefully, Mom." "She's gone, Matthew," she whispered. "But your daughter, walked into my shop today." Silence. Heavy. Then click. He hung up. Days passed. He didn't call back. But one night, she found a black car parked across the street. Engine running. A man inside, watching the shop. She closed the blinds, locked the door, and held Emily close. "Everything's okay, dear. You're safe with me." But deep down she knew it wasn't over. The next day a letter arrived. No return address. Inside, "Keep her quiet, or you'll lose everything." Linda's hands shook. She looked at Emily, reading by the window. and realized her son was trying to erase his own blood. That night she made a decision. If Matthew wanted to bury the truth, she would dig it up herself. She called Sarah's old friends, the rescue shelter where she worked. She pieced together fragments of a story Matthew never wanted told. Turns out, Sarah had gone to him for help after Emily was born. He paid her to disappear, promised to handle it. But Sarah never stopped telling Emily about her grandmother's bookstore, about the kind woman who would have loved her if she'd ever met her. Linda cried for hours. Then she set her plan in motion. She filed for guardianship, adopted Emily legally, and when Matthew finally showed up, storming into her shop shouting, "You don't know what you're doing, Mom," she looked him straight in the eye. "No, Matthew. For the first time in years I do." He laughed bitterly. "You'll ruin me. You did that yourself," she said softly, "when you abandoned your own child." He tried to fight her in court, but the truth always finds light. Emails, transfers, everything Sarah kept hidden came to surface. When the judge read the evidence, Matthew's face turned white. He left the courtroom without a word. Months passed. Linda rebuilt her world, not with profit, but with love. She and Emily reopened the shop, renamed it The Second Chapter. And every customer who walks in hears laughter again. Soft, honest laughter. One evening, Emily asked, "Grandma, do you ever miss him?" Linda smiled sadly. "Every day. But I've learned something, sweetheart." "What's that?" "Family isn't who stays by blood. It's who stays by choice." And for the first time in 16 years, Linda didn't feel alone.